use, and as we get out there, we hope that people agree and start using it more.
And where are you guys at in the business process? I mean, are you still in kind of testing, or is your product out there and you have a lot of customers already? Or?
Oh no, the product's out there. We sort of formally launched Lucid Chart in its current form, like in August, and have been continuing to make lots of big improvements since then. We just recently released some major features like the ability to import Visio documents, which I think none of the other online guys have done, even though they've been, people have been requesting it for many years, but they haven't done it, and we think that's like, a big differentiator and something quite honestly that people are looking for. We also just recently released a beta version of our offline mode, so that one of the big challenges with web applications is, well, what do you do when you're not connected to the web? What do you do when you're traveling and you don't have the constant internet access, or you're working on a plane or whatever? And with our offline mode, basically you will have a full version of the product that works when you're offline. So you have access to your document list, you have the ability to create new documents. You obviously won't be able to collaborate with other people, since that requires you being online in real time, but you can work and create new documents offline, and when you come back online, all of it merges and syncs in the background seamlessly. And so, we're still testing it out and working out some bugs, but that's already out there, and Lucid Chart's out there, and we're just continuing to make more changes.
Cool. So kind of one of the points of this, I guess, is to promote, the tech community here in Utah. You've had experience in Silicon Valley. Why have you guys chosen to have your company here, and what are some of the pros of having it here in Utah as opposed to a Silicon Valley or like a Boston area or something like that?
Well, so the honest answer is part of it is just circumstances, right? So like, I'm here. I met my co-founder here. Like a lot of our employees are, like, for example, we just hired a couple people just graduating from BYU. So, so part of it is the people are here. So there was no like conscious decision to come and start a company here. But on the other hand, I mean, why are we here? I think it's a good place. I think, honestly speaking, compared to the Bay Area, there's like definitely less talent, and that's one thing that we're always in need of, is looking for and hiring more people, the right people. So there's less talent here. There's no doubt about that. But on the other hand, there's also much less competition. I think there are fewer startups here, and so when you look at the two of those, you've got less competition competing for less talent, but I think there's much less competition, and so overall net, I think it's probably equivalent, or maybe a little bit easier, maybe even to hire people here, hire talented people here. And like, we'd like to build things and keep them here, but I think if there was a reason, I guess it wouldn't be out of the question for us to move.
Okay. What's maybe one mistake you've made with Lucid Chart that entrepreneurs could learn from when starting their own entrepreneurial venture? I mean, something you kind of learned along the way.
Gosh, lots of mistakes. I think we've been pretty fortunate at Lucid Chart. I guess I would say, no, I wouldn't say it's a mistake. I would just say to make sure when you start that, I highly recommend having a co-founder. I think it's really hard to do something on your own, and I think we've been fortunate in the sense that between Ben and I, and then as we've built the team, we've all sort of added different areas of expertise that certainly we overlap a little bit, but we also complement each other in various areas. And so when you're starting your team, I think it's good to find obviously a set of personalities that fit, that work well together, but then that also have good complementary skill sets. So, and then I guess the other part of that I would say is make sure that you all know what you're getting into, and like sort of another reason I think it's good to have a co-founder is you're sort of responsible to each other, and as you grow the team, I think the idea is to make the team feel like people aren't just hired guns, right? They're not just employees. They're I mean, this is their company. Like we're a team of 7 people right now, and it's not like it's my company or it's Ben's company. It's sort of everyone's, right? And so everyone has a stake in making it successful, and I think everyone is sort of accountable to each other. And I think having that mentality and expectation, and from the get-go is pretty important, because I'm pretty convinced that what makes a startup successful is the people and dedication, right? And the commitment